Yo, what it do? I just want to make a quick video on awareness and why you should be aware. Just be aware as much as you can. You could break that down into multiple different types of awareness. You could break that down into self-awareness or awareness of the physical realm. You know, the realm that accompanies you. And then you could break both of those down even further. So with personal awareness, it could be physical awareness, as in how you feel, like how your body feels. It could be mental awareness and emotional awareness. You know, how's your mental state? How's your emotional state? And with physical awareness, it is all encompassing. It takes on everything that is outside of your head, everything that is outside of your body. I bring this up because every time I leave the gym, or every time I just leave someplace, I look around because people aren't aware. So I look around at everybody just to make sure that no accidents are gonna happen. And earlier today, lo and behold, I was looking around and I just see this lady with her sunglasses on just zooming. She did not look at all where she was going. She was just zooming. If I had been on the same time as her, then we would have both got into an accident. And that just goes to show you that awareness is really important in life, because awareness can, you know, get you out of accidents. There have been many times where I've almost been into a car accident had I not been aware. Or did I say that right? Well, I've almost been into accidents, but because I was aware, I wasn't in those accidents. Even right now, I'm driving and making a video, yet I'm more aware than most of the people on the road, because I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. People aren't aware nowadays. Even in talking to people, you can tell. You can just tell where, you know, that they're not aware of anything. Like sometimes I talk to people and like I could just see that they're not even there, you know? Like they're not there for a quick second and then they'll just jump back in and be like, you know? It's like, there's this like mental mode of thinking where you're basically constantly thinking about yourself all the time and you're not really giving thought to the outside world. There's a problem with that. Not just due to the simple awareness fact that you might cause trouble because you're not aware of things in the outside world, but we are social creatures. So if we are simply thinking about ourselves and not thinking about anybody else, then we are only in it for ourselves, thus pushing ourselves away from other people. At least pushing ourselves away from other people that are of value. Because you can get away with, you know, being narcissistic and blee blah bloop. You could get away with all that just by dealing with stupid people. But when you actually deal with people of value, people who you would actually care about their opinions, they're not putting up with that BS. Not at all. And why should they? The most successful people I know, and I don't mean financially successful, I mean success in all realms. Social, physical, monetary. They aren't narcissistic. They don't have those narcissistic tendencies. They are very community oriented, and they care about people. So, awareness. You need to also be aware of the mental traps that you put yourself in, because the brain isn't perfect. The brain will put you in, the brain will give you information that you don't think, that won't be of value to you in your life. So the brain will tell you to ignore everybody and get the bag. And there's a good part of that where you do have to find the balance, but the brain does not tell you about the balance, you know? The brain, when you are thinking of these things, you're not thinking of it in a balanced way. You're thinking of it in a just like balls to the wall. And that could help, you know? That could very much help. There's plenty of stories of people who go balls to the wall in something, get very big success, and then eventually carry on where they were before. But the problem with that is that's a 1 out of 100 thing, you know? If you go balls to the wall in something and you neglect every other part of your life, it's not a given that you can come back to that and immediately pick up where you left off, you know? Like, there's the whole thing of you have to go like a year without talking to anybody and just put your nose down, grind, nose to the stone, you know? There's no guarantee that the people who you were friends with before will still be there afterwards. You know, there's no guarantee that they'll still want to take you back in after, even if it makes sense, you know? Even if it makes sense, there's still no guarantee. That's why you need awareness. You need to bring them to awareness as well. It is not simply about just your awareness. You have to tell them what you're going to do. If you simply drop off the face of the planet, then eventually they're going to stop caring about you, because you showed that you don't care about them by just dropping off the face of the planet instead of actually telling them what you were going to do. And you don't owe people an explanation of anything. You don't owe a lot of things. But just because you don't owe doesn't mean you shouldn't do, you know? You know, I think that's pretty straightforward and simple. But with awareness, you just need to be aware, because awareness is the key to improvement, and it's the key to understanding and placing yourself in a better position in life. Because, like, if you are aware of your strengths and weaknesses, you know how to play the game, or you should have a good basis of knowing how to play the game. So if you need to make money, then look at your strengths, look at your weaknesses, play to your strengths, hide your weaknesses, and boom, that's a fast track to success. And I don't mean just monetary success. When I say success, it can mean a variety of different things. I don't pigeonhole it into just monetary success, because success could mean you making a new friend. You know, some people go throughout their whole lives with only like max 3 friends. You know, success would be adding a 4th. Success is different to everyone. So you need the awareness in order to be successful. Now, there's also that Dunning-Kruger effect, where you have certain people who aren't aware of how much they know, and thus think they know more than they actually do. You have to avoid that, and in avoiding that, you gain awareness. You gain awareness that you are not the best at what you do or whatever. Like I could go to the park, shoot the lights out, hit 23s in a row, and think I'm the best shooter on the planet. It's Dunning-Kruger, because there is a person called Stephen Curry. And even aside from Stephen Curry, there's hundreds of, probably millions of people just in America that could shoot better than me. You know, that's not even counting the Chinese ballers. That's not counting, you know, ballers from like Singapore. You know, basketball is getting big in Asia, so you know, there's a lot of shooters over there. Anyways, you need the awareness. You need it. I know this video was a little all over the place, but the overarching concept of awareness needs to be taken in, needs to be swallowed, needs to be actually, you know, absorbed by your brain and fully realized, because awareness will take you far in life. You know, like before, I used to be I've always been like a pretty social person, but I wasn't aware before, I wasn't aware of how I was acting in social situations, you know? So eventually I became aware, and I realized, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should do this. You know, I found the balance. And a lot of people will say, oh, you can't, pleasing people, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not about pleasing people. It's about gaining the necessary skills in order to navigate the world better. If every time I'm hanging out with friends, I'm just an annoying prick, then nobody's going to want to hang out with me, you know? Life is a value exchange, you know? It's what can you provide and what do you get in return? If I'm providing a shit time by talking over people constantly and just being loud and not caring about what they say, they're not going to want to give me their time, their time of day. They're not going to want to hang out with me, because you don't want to hang out with someone who's like, you know, bullshitting around and not really paying attention to you, only talking about themselves, you know? You avoid that. I was trying to say hi to somebody that I know. I'm gonna come back around. Yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. I just wanted to talk about awareness, and yeah.